I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under. But now it's your turn to face the
Hey,
That sounded really weird.
I was.
That's really awkward.
I literally in my brain. Every time the music is ready to come down and we get ready to do this, I keep trying to think of how I'm going to say hi.
This
I
time
don't-
it was a brain fart.
Well, no, it was not even a brain fart. Imagine you're driving on a 4-lane road
Sure.
and it crosses another 4-lane road.
Yeah.
So there's 12 stoplights.
Yep.
Imagine that people are driving and all coming to the intersection at the same time and suddenly power goes out.
Everything.
It all just kind of
You had a massive collision. Is
It
what
was
you're saying.
it was yeah. I was a half a step under a stroke just now. Sorry. I didn't have the full stroke. I didn't have numbness down my side or anything like that. But my brain just kind of went crack. So it turned into a weird sound. Because I don't want to be bland. I want to be somewhat different.
Right.
I want to be I don't want it to be repetitive.
Which that happens.
But I wanted to honestly, welcome everyone, that kind of thing. But I'm not really that kind of guy. I mean, you could ask the girlfriend. I'm horrible. You know this. I'm horrible at introducing people.
So not only that.
I don't do introductions well.
I am the worst.
I may have you beat.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I've never introduced.
I've been with my wife since 2005. I have failed to introduce her to any person that I knew.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, I think.
I have failed horribly
Yeah.
to introduce my wife to anyone that I knew
Yeah. No,
before. Like, I'm good friends with this person, or I knew this person from high school, or whatever.
And you tell her all about them.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna go meet this person, and blah 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 blah.
And you just start talking and forget that she doesn't.
I meet the person. I'm there. Hey, how you doing? La 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 la.
You do the same thing I do.
Let's go do the thing.
You know what it is? Do you know what it is? I've thought about this. Do you know what that is?
What?
In explaining and telling
I've already introduced.
you in
I've
your brain have
introduced my
already
wife
introduced.
to
So,
him.
yeah, so she should be just as
Or
friendly
them.
with them at that point as you
Yeah,
because you've told everything.
Now just be person.
Yeah, exactly. And you didn't. But they're like, no, you didn't do that.
I think my wife's given up on trying to tell me that I need to do it now.
Yeah, the girlfriend's already gotten wise to it. And she's just like, yeah, he doesn't introduce people. Hi. And she and I'm turning around and feel horrible.
You do understand what that's from, right?
What?
It's actually so.
Again, it's from telling
You,
people.
no. You as a person, and the type of person you are, I'm the same way in a lot of ways. So, you as the person that you are, even though you're homeschooled, you're a social chameleon.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, when you get into or in front of a person,
it's not.
it's an automatic. You begin to change gears.
Yeah.
It's like there is a slight difference between us on the radio
And us in real life.
and us in real life.
Not much.
Well,
No. Okay.
I'm not a very happy guy. I smile and laugh a lot on the radio.
No, you do. Well,
I
because this is fun.
Well, that is one thing.
That's about it. Life sucks after that.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah, you are a bit
But
more serious.
when I'm in front of people,
I mean, you'll joke, but you're
Yeah.
more serious. You're
I'm
more.
more deadpan, more serious.
Yeah.
I'm more internal with a lot of things, unless I have a stroke of genius and I'm just talking a lot, which I don't do.
Doesn't happen often.
Yeah,
Usually that's me.
No, so, but the problem that came from is that I was a social chameleon, blah, blah, blah.
The words are hard.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Throughout the entirety of my childhood. The entirety of it.
Yeah, I was too.
And so I did retail and everything else. Even as I became an adult, I had to constantly like ebb and flow with the customers and all the rest of it. And I still have to do that today. And so I'm dead by the time I get home.
Yeah. So is what you're saying is more of what people seeing now is the completely exhausted, running on fumes,
But
laugh
I'm
or you're
still
going
trying.
to cry kind
yeah,
of.
but also I'm still trying to people please.
No. Gotcha.
I'm still trying to people please. Still trying to perform.
Gotcha.
It's something that I'm trying to help ease the wife on.
I gotcha. No,
You know what I mean?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of there.
You're kind of there. Yeah.
I need to
I
be
get
better.
You.
I need to be better at introducing too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very good at it.
It's like we're really bad at introducing people on the radio too.
We are
Really bad.
really, really bad.
To you guys who haven't met the person, we didn't even explain that the person's coming on.
Yeah.
And then they're just there, and we're like, oh, wait. Who are you?
Yeah. Sorry, we've been talking for an hour and a half. I guess it's time to tell everyone who you are and what you're here for,
Right.
in case they haven't figured it out on your own.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I don't know. I just hopefully that'll change here soon.
Yeah, I think so. We're trying. We're working on
We're
things.
working on it. There's stuff going on behind the scenes. We're trying to see about changing it. Hopefully, we'll get better. Mm-hmm. But until then,
Like not having the same replay all the time. My fault.
yeah,
We'll get better on that. Nice to say knee over there on the Twitters. Great. The AI from DOA Show now has developed social camouflage.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just ever evolving.
Mm-hmm. Just a half a stroke short.
And I just see what you did there.
Thank you.
See what you did there. So, moving on with the actual show we're supposed to do tonight.
Sure, yeah, that thing.
ESPN announced Wednesday that it will be removing longtime basketball reporter Rachel Nichols from her NBA from all ALL, all of it,
Yeah, that
all NBA coverage, and also her daily show, The Jump, is getting canceled. They have completely
It's gone.
blacklisted her.
I'm
She
not
is
even. I'm not a sports guy at all.
I'm not either.
I have
I
nothing.
mean, I like to watch it, but I don't get into it enough to watch this stuff. I really don't.
Nothing at all.
No, I'll watch the games because like it's entertainment. It's something to escape from. Whatever is it? It used to be something to escape from.
It
I
used to
don't
be a
watch anymore. But no, I've never been the type of guys who listen to the radio station, the sports talk, and all of this stuff. Watching ESPN on a regular basis.
Right.
These guys are talking about how they're playing it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I never got in that deep. So I don't overly care, but this article kind of intrigued me.
Just a hair
From Axios. This is Axios, by the way.
Yeah.
The move comes after a month, comes more than a month after the New York Times released a leaked audio recording of Nichols, who is a white lady, suggesting that her colleague Maria Taylor, who is a black lady, was chosen to lead ESPN's NBA's final coverage because the network was, quote, feeling pressure, end quote, on diversity.
Was that true?
Probably. I mean, they are in New York for all time.
They are in New York, but that's the question. Was it true? Was it just
Probably.
her being snide, or was it true?
We don't know.
Does it matter?
It
Does it matter? It was a personal, private conversation.
that was my big one.
Did she do it on air?
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah, she wasn't. Talking. It's and then let's put it this way. To say, and that's the only quote they give. Now we don't know in full context where that laid. She might have said something a bit nicer. She might have said something a little bit worse.
Right.
But if really what all it comes out to is she says that the reason why they gave her the job is they were feeling pressure, as in quotes like they put it there. That's not bad. Like, what is wrong with that? You mean to tell me that companies like ESPN don't feel pressure, are not pressured by, by these communities, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
These social warrior groups,
They are constantly.
the Black Lives Matter type people, the trans communities, all these different the gay, lesbian communities, all these ones are on top trying to push their agendas as hard as they possibly can. So arguably what she said was right. Now, like if she turns around and, called her a raging C word and things like that,
Okay, we have other problems here.
then I can say yes, then you're just
All
being,
right, that's not cool.
yeah, it's not cool. But
Are you stating a fact, or is this just your idea of what it is?
Yeah. The fact that you're going to say it was and that's what I'm saying. If she uses literally the exact words, feeling pressure on diversity, and that's really what happened, then that just goes to show how much of a scumball bag ESPN really is. Yeah.
Right.
Nichols said that she had been promised the role as part of her contract. The SBJ notes
Was what? Sorry?
that her doing the coverage for the NBA finals,
Yeah.
it's part of her contract.
Why?
She got it in her contract.
Okay.
I don't know. Because honestly, because everybody, like, you know, not everybody watches every single NBA game. Way more people watch
The coverage.
the coverage. Or no, I mean the finals.
Okay,
and by
that makes
watching
sense,
the
yeah.
finals, it's a much bigger, you know,
It's a bigger event.
yeah, which means she's entitled to more money. Like that's what it was.
Okay.
So that's what it says, is she was promised it, at least according to what she says in her contract.
Oh, okay.
Quote, we mutually agreed that this approach regarding our NBA coverage was best for all concerned. That according to David Roberts, ESPN Senior Vice President of Production.
Sorry. Got to cut you there.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
That's David Roberts of president of production, literally stating that she's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
But how?
Well,
Her problem was she said it.
yeah.
How dare she acknowledge it in such a bad way?
you
She
work
should be congratulated.
You work for this company. You acknowledged a problem that they had. You got fired.
Quote, Rachel is an excellent reporter and host and journalist, and we thank her for her many contributions to our NBA content, he added. She then comes back with a tweet saying, quote, got to create a whole show and spend 5 years hanging out with some of my favorite people. The jump was never built to last forever, but it sure was fun. Ending her tweet by saying, more to come.
Okay, so she's going to go to a different channel.
She's going to do something else somewhere. You know what? What my watch the Daily Wire picker up, and they start doing.
You know what?
I mean that to be funny.
They already talk sports.
Who really?
Yeah.
Who?
Not always, but like they are like.
Oh, I was going to say 'cause
Shapiro is actually a sports guy in
Is
a lot
he?
of ways. Like for certain ones, yeah, and
I
the guys around him,
I
like
didn't know that.
Jeremy Boring is huge into it.
Oh, I didn't know. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
I'll say that he's not the biggest into sports, like Shapiro,
Well, of course not.
but
I
he's
kinda-
more politics. But still, he knows all the sports references.
Yeah.
And like he's much more versed in it than I am.
I was gonna say, I feel like he's way smarter than me, just so we're clear.
Oh, yes,
but I
he
feel like
is.
him and I are kind of at the same level with sports. It's like a game comes on, it's like, oh look, that looks interesting.
No. He
And you
knows
look-
all of it.
Like, what do you mean knows all of it?
He knows all of it. He knows the players. He knows the teams. He knows.
Oh, I used to. I just don't have.
No, he does.
Yeah, but that's because he has more money and ability to look at that stuff. I
And
choose.
he has the the memorization ability of I don't know what.
I don't know where.
Jeez,
If I could have-
supercomputer back there.
Yeah, if I could have half of what he's got, if I could have an 8, a
The
10,
man speaks faster than most people think.
yeah. It's all that Jewish training he got.
Sure, that's what it is.
It was, and you have to learn Hebrew that fast. When you have to learn all, what was it? Is it all of the Torah, or the first 5?
First 5, at least.
Is it the first 5? Yeah, for before your bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of gotta
You gotta know.
be on point, man.
You gotta know.
I wasn't doing it to be a joke. I was doing it for real.
It's real. It's reality. It's just wow.
Those guys are, yeah, they learn quick. So
Well, yeah, and that's why
it fascinated me with this story because again, we don't know her exact quote. The Axios didn't put it in there. The only thing that they quoted was they were feeling pressure.
under pressure.
Yeah. Which we all know that's a very common thing lately because for some reason people are giving in to the fringe when it comes to this stuff. So it's not a surprise. It's not a joke. But again, if that's really what she said, one, it was a private conversation between her and somebody else that somebody just happened to be recording.
Yeah.
Okay, this wasn't a hot mic thing. She wasn't taking a break. This was she was in a hall somewhere. She was being told something somewhere, and they were recording her
And
conversation.
she made a comment.
Yeah, and she made a comment. If that was the exact comment, there was nothing wrong with that comment. She spoke truth. The company confirmed it when they turned around and said, hey,
We thought it was best for everybody.
we thought it was best for everyone for her to go.
That is company talk for.
We know she's telling the truth, and we don't need her telling people the truth. Get
We
the
don't
hell
want
out.
her selling our. We don't want her working for us if she's going to say that stuff.
Yeah,
The reality.
the reality, exactly.
Dang it.
She didn't do anything wrong, and they just let her go. And then they got people that are going to turn around and go, oh, well, but women, they're so mistreated. All these women, they don't only make so much as a man, and blah, 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 and all this stuff, the war on women and all this crap that keeps going on. I'm like, you know what? You just did it, dude.
Yeah, you did it.
Just did it.
You done did it.
That's whatever. Anyway. You can't.
Oh, so speaking of done did it.
Done did.
Yeah, Verizon, the multinational telecommunication conglomerate company, that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they have.
I think it's the only company I have yet to ever have used for cell service.
I used to use them a lot.
I've never,
A long
even for
time.
work stuff, never had them.
They were so darn expensive.
No, AT&T is expensive.
The Verizon is worse.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes. Yes. Verizon was the most expensive and always was the most expensive.
I thought AT&T was personally.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
In a comparison chart here.
I know, right? No, AT&T. Don't get me wrong. AT&T was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of had to be. They were the beginning ones of cell service and things like that, and especially when it came to the iPhone.
Sure.
Being the first ones to ever have it. I mean, they had that junk down, and it was flawless. I loved it. I didn't like having a $300 bill
Yeah, that's not good.
for one phone. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not counting the extra payment for the phone or whatever.
Yeah, when I was on Verizon, I had two phones, but we only had text and phone. And we were at the $300 mark. We had no data. No data whatsoever. Just text and phone, and it was a flip phone.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Screw that
Like
junk.
over 300. No, not doing it. Never again.
Wouldn't be perfect.
Anyway, yeah. So Verizon has internal programs that train employees on anti-American sentiment, as well as anti-racist racism agendas.
Anti-racism agendas?
Yeah, anti-racist agendas and anti-American sentiments.
Verizon, you're a telecommunications
Multinational.
conglomerate.
Yeah.
Your job is not to train people to go out into the world. Your job is to provide a service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, again,
but if they're going to provide a service, they're going to train the people. They're going to teach the people.
That's
when
why.
they're-
See, I did that. You just said the reason why you had $300 bill on flip phones with no actual internet service at
yeah.
all.
Yep.
Is because they're paying to have all these anti-American, anti-racism agendas that they teach these people.
I mean, yes. Anyway, following the death of George Floyd in May 2020, Verizon CEO Hans Vestberger delivered a speech where he announced that the company would commit $10 million to aid organizations dedicated to equality and social justice. Verizon launched a, quote, new race and social justice action toolkit in June of 2020 with employee-generated resources to jumpstart your education and, quote, support partners who are on the front lines of battling racial injustice. You're really quiet over there. Are you okay? Are you just trying not to die over there?
I'm trying. That's. I'm always I swear to God, every show I'm wait. You know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna drop dead one day
On the
because
show?
because my
Tumor.
The tumor is gonna burst and I'm just gonna collapse right here in front of everybody. Blood coming out my nose the whole night.
Whatever else.
That's how this is gonna go. Just
If you
precursor.
hey guys, just ask a question. If you see a trickle, I know there's a 30-second delay or whatever, 45-second. If you start see a trickle out of his nose,
tweet. Please
let
tweet.
me know ASAP. Okay, just say it. Yeah. Oh goodness gracious.
But again, it's not your business. You're not in the business, Verizon, of
social justice.
social justice.
But they are in the business of telecommunication.
Yeah, but that's allowing people to speak. That's not telling people what to speak. And that's what this
Tomato,
is.
tomato.
Not. I know they think that. It's not true.
Tomato, potato.
It's more like pineapple banana. Like that's very different.
Well, both fruits.
Yeah, never mind. Only one hurts when you stick it inside your butt. Anyway,
You know?
only one.
You know?
Well, I'm just imagining the pineapple probably hurts worse. Call me crazy, but I have this idea.
I'm not going to go there. Not today.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Verizon is
Hitler,
not,
Satan. Was that Little Nicky? That was Little Nicky.
no,
right?
that was well.
It was Little Nicky. It was there for Little
It
Nicky.
was Little Nicky, and it was
South Park. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's the time for the pineapple. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I gotta watch that again. Anyway, okay. Again,
Sorry.
So here's the thing: you want the racial and the race and social justice action toolkit. Okay, it is so much easier for other people to tell other people what they need to do to not be racial, to be proper, blah blah blah. The true fight is inside yourself, and actually,
Once
that
again-
fight becomes easier if you were taught that. And if you weren't taught that, but you learned later that, hey, maybe I shouldn't hate somebody because of the color of the skin, but maybe treat them based off the content of their character, then what you do then is you pass that on to the next generation.
Every single
You then
time.
teach that to your children to have
Right.
them teach it to their children. That's how you make it stop.
Or you at least espouse it loud enough for your children to hear it.
Yeah.
Because at least then they'll have it in their head and maybe they'll push it forward.
Because you're not going to it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be everything. This is a horrible place to live. The world is a very, very, and not just from human standards. Like it's dangerous. It's tumultuous. It's a crazy
Just think about all
place
those things
to
that
live.
can kill you.
Yes.
It's a lot
Okay.
in Australia.
Not for you're still stuck on
I know.
So here's the and maybe it's because of your kids, and when you're kids you don't notice it as much. Okay? But when I was coming up, when you were coming up, the 90s, supposedly the 90s was the most, as they said, the most colorblind generation ever.
It was great.
We were
Nobody cared about skin color.
nobody and there was skin color was never an issue with anything.
Except for Jesse Jackson.
But that's what I was getting ready to say. Then you have people like them who come
Sharpton.
in. Sharpton. Who come in and start causing these divisions. Oh, look, this is wrong. It's because you're black. Oh, no, this is wrong. It's because you're black. And thanks to social media driving people apart and not actually coming in contact with people.
Yeah. Because everybody's just a screen name.
Yeah, you're
a
not.
picture that
They
might be
don't
you.
exist. And then what you do is you take your perceptions and things you've read and seen and heard, and even some of the crap you've spoken online, and then you take that. And when you are presented with another person in front of you, then you go, oh, and you just superimpose that onto them and go, well, they must be that too.
Right. Which is not true.
It's not always, but you don't know because you are not taking the time to getting to know the person.
No. It's almost never true.
Almost.
It's almost never true.
Yeah.
The superimposing everything that you believe about that person because you saw it on social media, almost never true. And if you do ever get to the point to where you're actually in front of these people and sitting down, I'd tell you that you should first find a point in which you both agree.
On anything.
What doesn't matter what it is. The sky is blue. Yes.
Huzzah! High five.
All right, we got the hard part out of the way. Now,
Let's work from there.
yeah, it could be the most trivial thing in the world, but the moment that you find something that you agree with another person is the same point in which you've created a connection between you and that person.
You know what Verizon could have done with that $10 million?
What's that?
They could have gave all their workers a bonus.
They could have cut payments.
Well, that's too. I mean, but
They could have said,
assuming that
$10 million cut off to the customers. Here you go, bonus to the customer
They
because
could
you
have
guys
done
are awesome.
$10 million. They could have done both.
Yeah, that's true.
You're dumping money into something that money can't fix.
Yeah,
It's not money that's going to fix this.
money doesn't fix this. This is a people problem.
It's a heart problem.
Yeah, and
An
you don't fix it
individual.
with education either.
An individual heart problem.
be lucky if that one came to you.
That was the first time he actually sniffed me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're sitting down and not moving fast.
Yeah. No, I mean, but that's the closest I've ever gotten to him.
Yeah. And that's mainly, see, I bet you anything the only reason why I got scared away because I started hitting the table.
No,
Did you flinch?
No, he might have been. I've got the mint from my beard stuff.
Oh,
on
that
my
doesn't
hand.
matter. That
Well, but it's rather potent.
No, if that one smells a guy at all, runs away immediately anyway.
Which means that he got his ass whooped by a bunch of guys when he was a kitten.
She. Yeah.
Oh, that's a she.
That's a she.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she.
No, she was always a kitten, and we got her as a stray anyway, like stray kitten.
Yeah, but I'm
type of
saying
thing.
all the guys used to. Yeah.
Unless the litter was all guys.
She has a
except for
fear
her.
of mean.
Yes, she does. Oddly, I don't know why, because she's never been hurt. Ever.
That you know of.
That I know of. but
Allegedly.
still, allegedly. That's right.
Allegedly.
You know, whatever. What the? Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That's all good.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
The craziest thing you ever did for money. Yes, I can
Yeah.
say that was the craziest thing I've ever done for money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is Defenders Live.
Trying to figure out why Facebook keeps throwing up marketplace stuff.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Like, you might be interested in this on the marketplace. No,
No, I'm
I've
not.
never looked at anything on the marketplace ever.
It's because they're tracking your everything.
Yeah, but I've never looked at marketplace before, so why would you?
That doesn't matter. They're tracking your everything
I need to sell my motorcycle.
on the marketplace. Might as well.
Might as well. I mean, I haven't taken pictures of it or nothing like that yet, but I need to sell it because
You need
it's
to.
it's just sitting there.
Yeah, it's a waste.
It's a good book. It's a good bike going to
Yeah,
falling apart. I mean, all it needs is a battery.
it's not good.
If I had a garages, I'd keep it.
Yeah, that garage.
Yeah, but I don't have one,
Mm-mm.
and I don't like trying to keep it undercover. I'm saying I don't care what anybody says. Those
It
the,
starts
the
to it,
covers that
It
you
messes
put
up the bags and everything.
Well, but not just that.
Leather, the bags.
Well, yeah, it doesn't actually protect it.
No,
I don't care what they say. It's waterproof. Okay,
sure. I saw that thing blow off so many times.
I know.
Just like regular wind.
I know.
Yeah, not happening.
So,
So
and they have clips to keep it in place. They had been dry rotted and
yeah, so eventually it dies out.
yeah.
Anyway, the Joe Bidens.
Ew.
Yeah, we got a lot of this. To go through. There's a lot to go through.
Oh God.
There's a lot to go through here.
A lot to go through.
Like this is going to be the segment.
Okay, just to pause for a moment.
Yeah.
I want to mention this, and
Okay.
we've done this before.
All right.
So, anybody who reads anything online, an actual article of anywhere online, you'll notice it actually has a time frame about how long it takes to read it.
Yeah, but we either way too long, overestimated, or
Yeah. No, and that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
The point I want to break out just for a moment to bring your attention to is this one says the read time for this is 4 to 4 minutes.
Yep.
4
To 4.
to 4 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
So 4 minutes to 4 minutes to take to read it. So I'm going to go on a limb and say that should we stretch this out to like 10 minutes? I'm being serious. Like I want to call somebody out
No,
on this
we can
now.
stretch it out for 44 minutes.
Oh, is that okay? That dash is not supposed to be there. That's a
No,
typo. You're
it's-
saying?
It's like, so remember how we talked about people with bad names, giving names at birth? You know, you get
Ladasha,
Ladasha, and
yeah.
it's L dash A. Yeah. This is so this dash here is 2, but it doesn't really mean 2.
Or is that a mathematical problem? 4 minus 4.
So it's 0 minutes.
So it should take you
No time at all.
draw.
Right. No, what I see this as is 4 to 4, like 44. It's 44 minutes.
Oh.
You see? You see
I
where I'm at? Will? You see
do.
where I'm going with this?
It makes me giggle.
Yeah, we're going to make it work that way. Anyway, so the Joe Biden's pledged. He pledged.
Pledged. So he got, like, he's wiping down wood.
I knew you'd go there. I don't even know why I knew you'd go there, but I knew you would go that way.
Because that's what you do with pledge. You spray pledge on it and you keep
I knew. I don't know how. I
keep
knew
the
that
shine on your wood surfaces. It makes it.
this is sprayed.
I didn't mean like that.
He hasn't seen his.
You can't.
wood in years.
No, that's petrified. That doesn't count. You can't bring out the shine in a petrified piece of wood.
depends. You
No.
can shine poop.
Anyway,
Yeah, Joe Biden pledged to hunt down ISIS-K following a pair of terror attacks outside Kabul airport that left at least a dozen American service members dead, including 11 Marines and 1 Navy hospital corpsman. Or as Barack Obama said, corpsman.
corpseman. Well, he is a corpseman now.
He is a corpsman.
May you rest in peace.
Yes.
What is ISIS-K? That's
So
new. Are they just referring to specifically Kabul?
No, it's actually not Kabul, but yes, it is. It is ISIS from that region.
Oh,
So I can't remember exactly what the K stands for, but it stands for one of the regions there.
one of the regions there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the northeast section of.
They're tired of getting.
It's ISIS. It's ISIS North Carolina, ISIS Georgia.
Okay.
ISIS, in that
They
sort
had
of
to
way.
break it up so that way when they
There's
get
too
mail.
many ICs.
Yeah, they want to get mail. They're getting too many mails sent to the wrong place.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah. So they got to break it up a little bit.
I got
just for
This is going to the north side over there. You want ISIS-K. That's
that way. Yeah, that's the one in
Return
Afghanistan.
to sender
Address unknown.
with a bomb attached to it. Anyway,
Yeah, so more than 100 Afghans were wounded in the suicide bombing, and at least 60 are believed to be dead, though the Taliban has refused to provide any up-to-date numbers.
because why should they have to?
They're not reporting to us. Why do they care?
Well, I was saying, what do they care?
So they did. Okay, so here's one of the biggest issues with this. The Taliban has basically said that they are claiming Afghanistan, specifically Kabul, but they're claiming Afghanistan as their own.
Yeah.
They have had issues with ISIS in the past. The Taliban has had a terrorist organization T has had problems with terrorist organization I in the past where they infight because ISIS believes that the Taliban are too soft.
Wow. So this is Protestant versus Catholic.
Yes.
That's
all
That's
it
what
is.
this is.
Except for in this way, they're killing each other.
This is what they did then too.
Yeah, back then,
This
yeah.
was this is the Reformation again, versus Roman Catholicism in the state church.
Big Bull the Snark and Jackal. ISIS-K is part of a well-balanced terrorist breakfast. Special ISIS-K.
That's fantastic.
That's so good. Anyway, speaking late Thursday afternoon, Biden, who appeared visibly exhausted
as opposed to
whenever else he's there, like he always seems physically and mentally exhausted, like he literally just woke up.
Yeah.
And not in a good way. Like you woke me up from a deep sleep and I can't get over it.
Yeah, or that kind of sleep of where you've had a very long day and you lay down and for like 2 to 3 hours, maybe even 4, and you get right back up to do it all again. And it's that
constant dread. Sleep.
Yeah, the kind that actually makes you sick to your stomach
when you wake up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That brief moment of nausea because your body's trying to go, okay, we're back up, we're trying to move, and you're trying to shift.
And
gears
you're
real
mentally
fast.
like, no.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, that one.
That's what he always looks like. He has looked like that for years.
Yeah, at least 45
years. Yeah, since you got elected the first time. That's a good idea. It's well played, sir.
Thank you. And he's a who's.
And he said, it was a tough day. And he praised the U.S. military before pledging to hunt down ISIS. Okay. And make them pay for the loss of American lives.
Okay, two things. One, there isn't a soul. Let me rephrase it. There isn't a reasonable thinking human being
Sure.
to hear that and believes that that's true. Okay?
Oh, well, hold on.
Just so we're clear.
Hold on. Hold on. Before you get there.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be a war on terror.
Oh, God.
We're going to go over there. We're going to get those terrorists.
Them Al-Qaeda. Anyway. So here's the thing that, and he specifically is, and here's
Forgot I had to end it.
I know. Patriotical. Anyway, the problem I'm having with this, and I semi touched on it in the beginning, and nobody took a bite necessarily, but let's see. ISIS K. You said that now they're giving that letter at the end of it indicates a different section.
Yes.
Okay.
The one specifically that's there.
So you're only going to take out one section, and only because they
Attacked
killed
us.
the Americans. So you mean to tell me, Mr. President, that if you happen to be bringing your people in and they come across ISIS
C.
L or whatever the hell the other one is,
Element of B.
yeah, you're going to turn around and go, oh, no, you guys are cool because y'all didn't do it. It was that ISIS over there. We're going to go handle them. Is that what I'm hearing?
Kind of, yeah. That's kind of what you're hearing, yeah. Quote, they are part of the bravest, most compatible, the best, selfless military.
He's talking about ISIS there, I'm assuming.
No, he's talking about
No,
our
he
guys.
must be talking about ISIS because
on the face of the earth.
if
And
Yeah.
they are a part of simply what I call the backbone of America. They are the spine of America, the best the country has to offer.
and you killed them.
Yep. Because you decided to pull out way too early.
And way
then
too quickly.
You decided to send our people back in after it's already been taken over. And you decided that you were going to leave all of our gear in the hands of terrorists as welcoming gifts. And then you decided to go to Camp David and vacation for a week.
You know, and I know other people may have made this connection, and I've been meaning to, and I haven't done it. You know, there was another situation where Americans were just kind of left in the Middle East.
What? What? Come on.
It was. Oddly enough, during a time when this particular president was vice president.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Come
kinda.
on.
No, I'm telling the
What-
truth, my
what-
friend.
When?
Well, it might have been around a September 11th of 2011. Little town called Benghazi.
What?
We lost two military guys. An ambassador and a
Oh, you're talking about that embassy attack that happened?
yeah.
That one embassy attack that was not actually an embassy attack?
that was actually a CIA outpost where they were smuggling and running guns between
Right.
Al Qaeda and
Where our government was literally giving guns to different terrorist organizations.
who later
And-
became ISIS.
who later became
Okay.
ISIS, and they got caught doing it by those people, and then those people came by and decided to kill everybody.
Yeah.
You mean that one?
The ones, yeah. And by the way, those are the same
That
people.
our government did.
Yes, those are, by the way, are the exact same people that they're dealing with now.
The people that did that are the same people that are doing it now.
Now,
Now, now, not now,
not then, but now.
not later.
Nope.
Well, probably later.
No,
But
probably
now.
later.
But now, right now,
Right now.
those people,
Yep.
right here, right now.
Yeah, I think we got it now. Yeah,
I got the wife to laugh. So
I
I'm
know.
good. It's fine. That's all I needed.
but that's the point. He's. I don't think he realizes. That's the part that bothers me. September 11th, 2011. Was it 2011? 2012.
Something, 12 maybe.
12. No, it was 11. It was 11.
10 years
10
after.
year anniversary.
Yeah. Benghazi was 10 years
Benghazi.
after. Yeah.
On the day. They were out there. They were supplying guns to what later becomes ISIS, the very people that they're fighting with now. And
Right.
he doesn't.
He doesn't connect that. No
Nothing.
connection there.
No realization whatsoever.
Nope.
He's been
No
through
relevance.
this stuff once before. And no. We're going to back out of here quick because Trump wanted to do it slow. And God forbid I do anything that he's ever seen doing because it's the right way.
Remember, he's been in the legislator's position for like 40 plus years. So he's
I
been
know.
through this like 12 times now, just in different positions.
Yeah, but
It's like one of them was spread eagle.
last time, but this is the second time. This is the second time that he has been in what we would arguably call the top tier.
Yes, and in both cases, he was downward facing dog.
Yep. I can't. It bothers me. It bothers me so bad because that's what this is. Everybody keeps trying to say that, this is Saigon, this is Vietnam, blah, blah, blah. This is Benghazi all over again. Only on a much more massive scale.
So you have a problem here, and here's the problem. Once again, I told you that the Taliban and ISIS don't see eye to eye.
Well, because one's shorter than the other.
Usually. And also the fact that one stabs the other's eye out. They don't see it very well.
Yeah.
So in this case, ISIS is trying to commit as much hysteria as possible. They're trying to push all of the issues into one small place. And the Taliban, because they're trying to control everything, have given them the best opportunity to do so. And America, being who we are,
Gave them the guns and
with
stuff.
Joe Biden, gave them everything they needed to get it done.
Yep.
Everything. Every single thing. But ISIS is trying to prove a point. The point that ISIS is trying to make is that the Taliban is too weak because they can't stop them from doing their crap.
Yeah. No, it's true.
They're trying to make a political point in favor of them controlling Afghanistan after America's out. Yeah. And the Taliban don't matter. They don't care.
No.
They don't care about this at the point because what does it do? Okay, well, a few of our people got killed, but Americans got killed too, and that's what we're happy about.
That's what we're happy about.
We still have a terrorist organization giving us a red line. To this point, we have a terrorist organization giving us a red line, and our president commiserating it. It's the same problem. We got this. We can do this.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And again, this is the same thing going on when they happen with Benghazi. The only difference is Benghazi actually had trained people there
On ground. They just
still on
didn't
the
have
ground.
enough.
It wasn't enough, and it wasn't
Nowhere
a lot,
enough.
and they were doing some illegal crap they shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
Okay.
And so the people
but
that
there was at least still some military and some stuff there.
Uh-huh.
Now you're talking 90 to 95%, 99% of
you
the
have-
people left there are civilian.
Yeah, and when you have those people, and literally the day that this happened, because everything happened, and there was like multiple bombings that happened on the same day. The closest you got was a imminent threat warning about 2 hours prior. That was the closest thing you got, where not everybody even got that.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, by the way, we're putting it out there, imminent threat warning. You probably shouldn't go to Kabul's airport.
Even though they were told, hey,
Go to Kabul's airport. That's the only place you can go.
the only way you can get out is
Only way
going
you
to
can
the
leave.
airport.
It's through the airport of Kabul.
Yeah.
Can't go anywhere else. But don't go there right now because with so many people standing around at all those gates and everything else, did you know that America literally shut their gates completely? Mm-hmm. Completely shut their gate. America shut their gates to their section of the airport completely. Nobody else can get in.
Yep. But,
We're getting all people
we're not
out.
stranding anyone.
No, we're not.
over there.
No. We're not abandoning anybody. Never in a million
no.
years would we be able to do that. These are American people. We can't abandon them in a weird country out in the middle of nowhere, like those people from California that are stranded there with their kids because they decided to take a summer trip, dummies, into the middle of the desert.
Yeah. Yep. He makes the statement, quote, we will not forgive, we will not forget. We will hunt you down and make you pay.
I don't believe you.
I don't
I don't
either.
believe you.
I don't
Mister,
either.
I am straight taking it up the butt from China.
Yeah.
Don't believe you.
Not even getting a decent reach around either.
I know.
Ah.
Like, at least get a handshake when you're done.
Something. Nice to say Neo over Twitter. The same man, quote unquote, who is forcing mask and vaccine mandates on Americans held a press theater today and showed no energy or emotions when discussing the attack on the U.S. military. Shows his priorities. He's an impotent puppet.
Well, yeah. Duh. I mean, it's kinda,
Very well
kinda-
said. Very
well said, sir. Well said.
Jackal Councilman 5th District says, what difference at this point does it make? Get it? The whole
Oh,
thing,
thank
does
you,
it?
Hillary. Yeah,
Dang it, yeah.
It's well done. Yeah. Mhm.
No.
Tech Rue over there on the Twitters. So we're cool with this ISIS Delta variant.
I mean, they haven't done anything yet. Just saying. It's not real. It's not really there.
It's like every other variant. It's not a variant.
It's not a variant.
It's not a tumor. It's
But you don't want them to get together because, when their powers combine.
they are terrorists. And
They
they're
become-
terrorists.
Jackasses.
Yeah. So speaking of currently at where I work, told you about the lady that I showed the stories to. She came to me and she showed me a story. She was like, "Hey, I can't believe we left our weapons to these idiots." And the video was real. Okay. It was video going on, and this guy, he was messing around with like an AK or an AR or whatever. Couldn't tell what it was, but it was a scary looking black gun.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And he's trying to like load it, get everything in, and get it,
Functional.
functional. And he decides to look down the barrel.
And blew his brains out.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Straight on the film. He was doing this number here, and he was and apparently he went boop, and it.
His partner came by and picked the gun up and went, well, now we know it works, and kept on going.
They didn't even care. Nobody was phased.
Well, duh, because they all keep killing themselves. They did.
Nobody was phased. Guy literally killed himself, shot himself in the face.
Well, that's because, they're dying and, for honor because they're going after Americans and
That wasn't
wiping
an
out the
honorable-
infidels.
Look. That's not what you call falling on your sword, all right? I'm okay that there's another terrorist gone, but still.
No, yeah. See, I oddly enough, and I know those are very graphic and,
It was.
rather bloody and issue-y type.
It was like a 7-second
Videos?
video, man.
I they bring me such joy though. And it's not because necessarily someone died. It's the fact that
Wow, that's funny.
it is, well, that's the dark side of me.
That's that dark humor that
That's
you just,
that dark military humor. That
yeah,
creeps
it kind
in.
of keeps in
Like
there.
it's funnier than hell to me sometimes. And I know that these are people's lives, and I know that, it's probably not healthy and I should probably seek therapy.
Sure, yeah.
But there is something about a guy who launches a rocket or a mortar in some war-torn Middle Eastern place or some third world country, and it does it wrong, and he does it wrong because they loaded it wrong, or he has it backwards or something, and
Whatever, and it blows himself up.
himself or his buddy, or I've seen it where they drop the mortar in the thing, and instead of it launching, it kind of goes and it spits out right on the ground right next to him, and then his leg gets blown off. And I know that sucks. and
Dud
it's-
propulsion.
yeah, and I know it's horrible. The guy's mutilated and maimed now, but at the same time, my brain's going, ha ha, dumbass. That's
Serves you right.
exactly. It serves you right. That's
Yep.
where I'm at. It's a joy, but it's a dark, twisted joy that if I actually thought on long enough, I would feel bad.
About it. Yeah, but that's why you
On
don't
the
think about it.
surface, I'm like,
That's
nah,
why you don't think about those things.
serves you
Yeah.
right. It,
Oh, Biden said, and I quote,
Oh, we're gonna keep going.
"Oh yeah, I know."
Do we have to?
Yes, I know of no conflict. As a student of history, no conflict. When a war was ending, one side was able to guarantee that everyone who wanted to be extracted from that country was able to get out. I'm gonna repeat it so you can. I'm gonna repeat it. Give yourself time. Breathe.
Oh my God.
Joe Biden says, and I quote,
Son of a bitch.
I know of no conflict as a student of history, no conflict when a war was ending, one side was able to guarantee that everyone who wanted to be extracted from that country was able to get out. Dylan Lyles.
I'm going to put the parental advisory warning out now.
Did I break the filter? Is that what we got?
It's very possible. There's a lot that we read and we go through on this show, and it just. I have never. Oh my God! This is I'm so pissed off right now. Okay, first off, let's pick this apart, shall we?
Okay.
Gather round, children.
Let's bring it out.
Uncle Dylan's gonna start
Bring it in. Here we go. Okay.
piecing this apart so it could be more digestible. First off,
Pieces. Yeah.
he calls it a conflict.
Conflict. What
No conflict when a war.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is it? Is it a conflict or is it a war?
They are very different things.
The reason he says that is because it's not actually a war. Yes, they want to play because Bush turned around and said, "Oh, it's a war on terrorism."
Right, but it wasn't.
It's
a war.
not an actual war. Congress did not did not give authorization to actually put into the articles of war. They were not at war.
We were never technically at war.
It was proxy, and this kind of crap needs to stop.
It was a Cold War.
I digress. A student of history. Didn't Obama use the same BS crap?
Yeah, except for the fact that Obama,
least Obama actually
had
was?
some degree in history. He actually had American history as a thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Although he only used it to destroy us.
It doesn't matter. At least he actually had one.
Yeah.
No conflict when a war was ending. Again, this was not a war. By actual definition, it was not a war.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
No conflict when a war was ending. One side was able to guarantee that another who wanted to be extracted from that country was able to get out. First off and foremost, that is the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, that is definitely true.
World War II, they were getting people where they were supposed to go.
And
they
out.
were extracting people where they wanted to go.
By the time everything was done.
Okay? Don't sit there and hand me that crap. Then you're going to turn... Ay, Dios mío. Okay. Second off, here's the other thing about this little situation, Mr. President. The fact of the matter is these people who want to get out, to be extracted from there, are your own citizens. These are not just random people who are tired of being in the country. These are the people who you gave jobs to and you sent over there and are now abandoned.
And their families.
And their families. So it is a very big difference between somebody who just wants to get the hell out and people who you owe the right to get out, who you were supposed to be protecting.
Yeah, that's definitely a big difference.
I am really trying not to be loud because the kid is in there sleeping, and I know your wife is getting pissed at me right now.
Yeah. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. I'm saying it. You haven't broken my table yet, so you're doing good.
You have no idea how much restraint this is taking right now.
Oh, I know. No, I do know. The fact that this is actually the reason why I wanted to read this.
I hate you.
I know.
I hate you so
I
bad.
know.
This is and just as you know, a little bit of icing on the cake, the cherry on top, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
By him throwing that little caveat about,
Well, you know, there's no guarantee of ever getting everybody out that wanted to get out.
translation, they're left there to their own devices. They're all going to be dead.
Nope.
He's
Yeah, it's all
not
done.
getting anybody else out.
Nope.
And It might be one or two choice things, a plane or two here or there. That's it. They're not going back. They're not making an effort. It's not going to happen.
They're even impeding the efforts of private individuals and private citizens.
Oh, kind of like they did with Cuba.
Yeah. I'm talking about like...
No, kind of like they did with Cuba.
Exactly like they did with Cuba. But if you need to calm down and take a minute. Have a sip.
I'm empty.
Oh, you're empty. That's why
I'm
you're pissed
angry.
off. All right, well, if you're not like Dylan and you have coffee to fill up your cup, calm down, take a sip of American Pride Roasters coffee. AmericanPrideRoasters.com is where we go to get historically great coffee. You should too, because, it's guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth.
Every single time you put it in your mouth.
You can also go check out Mojo50.com, or you can go to the iHeartRadio app and listen to Mojo50 24/7, 365 at the Mojo50 radio button in the iHeartRadios. Don't forget to go to our website, DOAShow.com. Get onto all of the social medias at DOAE Show, hashtag arm yourselves, tweet, Facebook, all the rest of it. We'll be back in just a few seconds. You so okay, sir? No, you're not. All right, get some more coffee. Go get coffee. Go. Do you need a shot? We got... The fact that I've seen Ben Shapiro do anything with like no, you're good. I've seen Ben Shapiro, like I've heard him recently, like almost drop the F word and things like that. That's funny to me. I can't not laugh. I can't not laugh at it.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna tell you now that if we were not in the spot we had our own thing.
Yeah, buddy.
It would have gone very differently.
Oh, I know. It'd have been a lot louder. You'd have had to back up from the mic.
I would have been very angry. I mean, let me rephrase that. I would have unleashed that anger, and there would have been
because you were definitely angry.
There was a lot of words that I would have had to come back later and apologize for.
Yeah. Yeah. So good restraint. Well done, sir.
No, because it's okay. Do you realize? Just a newsflash. Do you realize how difficult it is to have the ADHDs like I have? We're already having to try and keep up with the brain as it goes. And then you're having to slow down intentionally just to keep and make sure that you're not loud, you're not saying this, not saying that, blah, blah. And then still trying to hold on to that common thought as it goes. Do you realize how fucking hard that is? It is not easy at all.
Yeah.
Oh, Remember my pressure points. Woosa. Woosa. Ay, Dios mío.
All right, we'll break it up with a little nicety here for you.
Oh no, we might as well just rip this Band-Aid off. We're already here.
Yeah, you want to rip it off?
At this point, I'm already there. I don't want to calm down and be like, oh, this is nice, and then escalate again. That's how.
Okay, we're just
that's how one
going.
gets.
That's
how one has heart attacks.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't need that. Thank you very much.
We'll just keep the flow going at this point.
Might as well just let it go and.
Nice to say, me. We'll bring that up on the side.
Because the bad part is I can see him sitting going, yes, yes, let the anger flow through you.
Oh, so I saw a TikTok where this guy he plays the organ. He's an organist. Mm-hmm. And they were like, play the Darth Vader theme song for the Imperial March for the Pope. And so he had a side screen where it was the Pope like getting onto a red carpet walking into the Vatican. And his pace was perfect with the walking of the Pope. The Pope was actually walking like
that's
a regular pace. So it's dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And it was the Pope, and he was kind of hunched and walking.
Of course he is, because he's like 900 years old.
So he looked like Palpatine walking down.
I love those
It changes
things.
everything.
It does.
Mood music changes everything.
Yeah. The worst part is, though, is I saw, like, in my brain in reading 96 AD, I saw him in a cowl. I've even seen his face, and, like, I see him in a cowl going, yes, let the anger flow. Jackass.
We love you, Dylan. This is why.
No, I know. It's we're just kind of digging in there.
Rusty Spoon, your eye. Here we go.
Screw that. They're going for my belly button.
Ew, that would hurt.
That's the point.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
Yes, let the anger flow through you.
That's from Nights Who Say Knee over there on the YouTubes.
Thanks. Thank you. I'm glad I can. It could be funny. Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. I could never have articulated this as well as at Dylan Lyles because I would have just been sputtering and stammering too much. In fact, earlier when I first heard that, I was.
Yeah.
I thought I was stuttering and stammering too.
No, apparently you were doing well.
Again, the hardest part for me is there's a child sleeping just on the other side of that wall over there, and I know the ass kicking that I would get if I wake said child.
So he did really good.
And
Really good.
I'm dead serious. Like this whole thing, all of this stuff, everything going on lately is bothering me to the nth degree. But all of this stuff with Benghazi here, aren't Benghazi. See, that's what it feels like.
Right.
This whole thing with Afghanistan is a travesty. It is.
It's every time.
You
again,
want to? Everybody
same thing.
wants to sit here and say that slavery was a blot on Americans' history and blah blah, and all these different things. This action right here, how Afghanistan, the whole way it pulled out, all of this, everything is currently going on, should be counted as a blot mark against America. Every person who is an American at this point should be ashamed of the fact that they've allowed this guy to get into office. And again, how do they get into that office? Because people are not doing their homework. They're not doing their own stuff. They're not working on everything locally. They're too busy being on social medias. They're too busy fighting with each other over shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're not doing your homework. You're not trying to be better. You're not trying to start small and hope that it grows. You're not passing it on to the next generations. That's what's happening. And some of you are, some of you aren't.
Right.
But that's the reason why this happened. So every person that dies out of all this, which by the way, I'm going to go on a limb that's going to be most of them. I'm just throwing that out
At this
there
point,
right now.
anybody who isn't already out, yeah.
Yeah, they're done. Again, they might be able to get a plane here,
If they're not
a thing
out,
there.
yeah, if they're not already out and not already behind those walls,
it's too late. And that
and the
is
reason why it's too late,
infuriating.
one of the reasons why it's already too late is one, now you already see terrorist activity happening again. In the area where everybody's trying to evacuate, you see the terrorist activity. That by itself delays everything. Then you add on top of it the fact that the Taliban has the names of the Americans who are still in the country. Our government gave them all the names. All of the names, as well as all the names of the people from Afghanistan that have passes, so that those people could get pushed through. Here's the problem. Our people are being held back, and
The Afghanis are being
the
killed.
Afghanis are being killed and held back, and they're saying you can't leave because you're a national, and we will not allow America to steal you.
Yep.
So you have that going for you, too. Like a rhinestone slug over on the Twitters, Dylan is currently channeling my rage. Thank you. I feel heard.
I'm telling you now, y'all thought that was funny or any good or whatever.
Yeah.
If we actually had a full-blown studio and there wasn't a child sleeping on the other side of the wall, this portion of the show would be spent of me apologizing for the language that would have come from my mouth.
First half of the second hour.
Yeah, I you don't understand how.
He would have had to call Ron, and we'd be on the phone with Ron at the time. Like Ron,
call
I'm so-
Ron. Ron would have been calling us. We'd have to put him through live on the air.
Yeah, sorry.
We'd maybe get chewed out live on the show.
Yeah, HR would have called us directly at that point.
We for the SCB, Dylan, stay off the roof. He sends the office. Michael is up on the roof.
Stay off.
He's depressed.
Stay off the roof. That's all you got to do. That's
No,
all.
you don't have to worry about that. Election season is starting.
Already.
It's already starting.
And there's only going to be minor elections this year right now.
No, there's no such thing. That's it. There's no such thing as a minor election.
What I mean, there's only going to be local elections right now.
And
okay?
that's the important ones.
So the local elections, but what I'm talking about, it's not going to be these national things that everybody's like, oh, you're not going to be up in arms about anything that's going to be national.
Yeah.
So it's all going to be local. It's all going to be stuff that you've got to dig into and that you've got to actually understand because it's not going to be presented to you anywhere.
This is where you need to pay attention because this is what affects you. And again, it trickles out. The whole stupid, you throw a rock into a pond, you watch away. That's the same thing. What you do at your local level affects everything going out.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it right, if you don't at least put an effort into it, 'cause again, you're not responsible. You cannot be held responsible for what other people do. If other people outvote you or other people outdo it for you, then fine. That's what happened.
Yeah.
But at least you can walk away going, I held my end of the bargain up. I did it the right way.
I did it.
I knew you were gonna do that.
that. You got to.
But it's not my way. It's the right way.
Well, yeah. Well, that's my way.
Well, but it's not everybody's way.
Well, yeah, but it is my way.
Clearly. Because if it was,
It would be better at that point. We'd be all right. Continuing on. So, the President, Joe Biden, appeared to get flustered at Peter Ducey.
okay.
Fox News.
Why would he get flustered?
Because Ducey decided to challenge him and to take responsibility for the Afghani debacle.
Because he should.
Right. That's actually his job. Good job. Yeah. Biden had a moment of silence during the briefing Thursday for service members killed in action in the attack.
Uh-huh.
And he promised that the military response against those, he promised a military response against those who were responsible.
Hold on.
Right? Yeah.
He gave them weapons, our weapons.
You did
our
it.
equipment. What else are you going to do?
Seppuku.
Probably.
Anyway, after the briefing, Ducey asked Joe Biden if he took full responsibility for the event leading up to the attack. He says, Mr. President, there had not been a U.S. service member killed in combat in Afghanistan since February of 2020. You set a deadline. You pulled out troops. You sent troops back in, and now 12 Marines are dead. You said the buck stops with you. Do you bear any responsibility for the way things have unfolded in the past 2 weeks? That's a good question.
No, it is a good question.
It's a good question.
But you know it's a stupid question.
Right.
Because you already know the answer.
Well, he did say,
Okay.
I bear full responsibility.
He did?
I bear responsibility fundamentally.
That means no.
No, I bear responsibility fundamentally for all that has happened as of late.
Define fundamentally.
Well, he has the basic responsibility of all of it because he's the commander-in-chief.
So that's just it. So he's only taking...
He's saying my title bears the weight of it.
Yeah, and it's not me, it's the title, and screw all of you, I didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong because I was sleeping.
It was my nap time.
He continued on, but here's the deal. You I wish you someday would see these things. As well as I do. That the former president made a deal with the Taliban and that he would get all American forces out of Afghanistan by May 1st. By the way, that's a lie.
Yeah,
It's a lie. I'm going to go back to that. It's a lie. Reason why it's a lie is because it was a conditional pullout.
Yeah, if we get our guys out by this point,
No. It's
kind of...
if you don't do anything, this is what'll happen.
But they did do something.
But you did something. And you continued to do something. And so because of that, that would never have happened.
Mm-hmm.
So he's blaming Trump for a conditional response that was already null and void before Trump left office.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
In return, he was given a commitment that the Taliban would continue to attack others, but not attack any American forces. Do you remember that? I'm being serious. I'm asking you a question. Interrupting Ducey.
Here's the deal. Who in their right mind trusts a terrorist?
No one.
So why is... never mind. We know already know because he's not in a right mind.
Right. So you've already answered the question.
Yeah.
Who in the right mind? Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah,
Being
it's a
never
bunch
mind.
of Twitters.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Yeah. Hey, we're hitting the Twitters tonight. All right. So, the president then laid his head in his hands in frustration at Ducey
Okay.
during the crosstalk because they were talking back and forth and all the rest of it going back through. Biden also stood by his decision to withdraw Afghanistan after Ducey pressed him on the issue, said, yes, I do. Because look at it this way, folks. Imagine,
Imagine, if you will.
where we'd be if I had indicated on May 1st that I was not going to renegotiate an evacuation date, that we were going to just stay there. I'd have only one alternative: pour thousands of more troops back into Afghanistan to fight a war that we had already won relative to why the reason why we were there in the first place. I have been of the view that we should be sacrificing American lives. I have never been of the view
There you go.
that we should be sacrificing American lives to try to establish a democratic government in Afghanistan. A country that has never once in its entire history been a united country and is made up, and I mean I don't mean this in a derogatory way, made up of different tribes who never ever gotten along. Never ever gotten along with one another.
I can't
No,
anymore. I can't.
You can't, because I mean, okay, there are like any good lie, there's a little bit of truth in it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little bit of truth in here. Okay,
Yeah. And the only bit of the truth is the May 1st. Because that's something
there was an original date of May 1st.
Yes.
There was one. Yes,
But they didn't hold up their end.
they did. The Taliban didn't hold up their end. It was completely null and void before Biden even took office.
A little bit flickering over on Twitter. I don't agree with that one, but I bear full responsibility. I accept no consequences. I don't even think he bears full responsibility.
He doesn't
'cause again,
bear full responsibility.
It's like, oh well, it was the position of the job. No.
It was my job to take responsibility
I'm only doing it because fundamentally I have to because I'm the commander in chief.
because the buck stops with me until I pass it along.
Until I can find someone else to carry that burden for me.
That's right. Which is his wife.
Like, ew, not anymore. Hopefully.
Ew.
Like a rhinestone slug over on Twitter. 1, Biden likely hasn't been told the whole truth. 2, Biden is senile and he's not the one in control. You find the one in control, I'll leave the building party for the guillotine.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. We're not going to find that person. That person is an unelected bureaucrat.
Oh, yeah.
They're
and it's a
hidden.
group of them. It's not just one.
It's not just one. It's an entire organization.
And it's not like the Illuminati, just so we're clear. We're not talking Illuminati
no.
crap.
This is a group of people who were brought in to help run things
Yeah. And they have
by our government.
taken it and ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By and for our government.
If the White House, this is Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter, if the White House thought they could get away with it, they would pass the Ducey on the left-hand side.
Every single briefing. Very well played, sir.
Oh, that was good.
That's very
Because it
well
actually
played.
made my brain stop and sing it. Pass the Ducey on the left-hand side.
Hey. Well played, sir. Well played. I like that. That's
Jackal
good.
Councilman 5th District also on Twitter. Here's a list of hostages, people we would like you to send home now, please. Sincerely, the pansy ass at Joe Biden administration. What a dumbass. I'd put in my own because doofus is not good enough.
It's true.
Big Fool Snarky Jackhole Joe Biden would tell you he trusts the Taliban as soon as he finishes renewing his auto warranty with the helpful person who called him to let him know it was expiring. Yeah, which if it's anything like the ones I've been getting lately, are getting it's calls from
even worse.
Italy and South America or South Africa.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
I'm not kidding.
Like, those calls are getting bad.
I've been getting calls from South Africa, and I know there's a lot of crap going on there, but I don't know
Really?
anyone there. Why they would be calling me?
You
for
do know
help.
one person. It's the prince.
The Nigerian prince.
Yeah.
That's what I told the guy today when I was on the phone with him. I was like, yeah, apparently the Nigerian prince is getting around
Yeah.
because he's calling from South Africa. He's calling from Italy.
You just got to do yourself a favor and constantly constantly just let them talk.
No, my thing is if I could speak whatever foreign language they were calling from, because they don't. They're just bouncing the number off.
Oh yeah.
So if I could get it from there, so if it comes back to Italy, I just play up like some Italian restaurant or something in Italy or something like that. Start speaking Italian.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
It is to me.
The banzini.
Hello. Anyway.
Anyways,
you know what? We're gonna move along.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't want to do this
No,
anymore?
I think we're done with that now. We kind of need to move along to bigger, better, and brighter things here.
Good, because I don't know if my tumor can take it.
Oh, but it will take this one for sure.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Do you want to read it, or you want me to go?
Oh no, I got it. I just needed to
You
prep
needed
myself.
Sip,
I just sip.
Prep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You good? Okay. There we go. Ed. Goose frappa. There you go.
Just hours after the Food and Drug Administration gave the Pfizer COVID vaccine its seal of approval Monday, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot told reporters that jabs are absolutely going to be required for all city employees.
That was a seal.
Yeah, I got that.
Of approval.
I see what
Thanks.
But her declaration went over like a lead balloon with the vast swaths of city workers who were telling the mayor to check herself. That, according to Chicago Sun-Times.
Before you wreck yourself.
Yeah. Especially ticked were officers with the Chicago PD, whose union made it clear where cops stand. Hail to the no.
To the now.
To the no. The mayor can expect to see them in court, according to WFLD. Mary Lightfoot, Mayor. Beetlejuice herself.
Yeah, that one.
Who has had long-running issues with the Chicago cops, said Monday, quote, "We absolutely have to have a vaccine mandate. It is for the safety of all involved, particularly members of the public who are interacting with city employees on a basis. It is important for colleagues to also feel like they have a workplace that is safe," that according to the Sun-Times.
I don't think anybody in Chicago feels like their workplace is safe in any way, shape, or form.
Not when you're being harassed
And not when
and
there's
ostracized.
and also constantly
And
having
badgered.
killing, and there's also constant killing all around you all the time.
Well, I'm just saying in general. Forget even just Chicago specifically. I'm just saying in general. This whole thing has got everybody up in arms and just acting stupid.
Nobody feels comfortable at work right now.
No.
I mean, come on.
I don't. City employees are absolutely going to be required to be vaccinated, she continued. We're working through those discussions, which have been ongoing for a couple of weeks now with our colleagues in organized labor that represent city employees, end quote. The mandate will require all city employees, including police, to be fully vaccinated by October 15th. The mayor's call was immediately met by the pushback of the Fraternal Order of Police President John Catanzara.
Catanzara,
That's what I said. Catanzara.
that one.
Who said that the city's police were adamantly opposed to the mandate, which would mean the city could be short thousands of cops come mid-October.
That's cool. I'm sure that'll be just perfectly fine.
Quote, we are 100% against the mandated vaccines for our members, he told WFLD.
That sounds really, yeah. So, Chicago's getting rid of all their cops then?
I guess. Quote, it can't not be mandated. It's that simple. Our members don't want to be mandated to do anything like that, he told the Sun-Times following Lightfoot's announcement. This vaccine has no studies for long-term side effects or consequences. None. To mandate anybody to get that vaccine without the data as a baseline, amongst other issues, is a hell no for us. Quote.
I'd agree.
And he gets a little bit more.
Testy.
Just a teensy-wincy a little bit. No. Quote, we're in America, G-idiot. We don't want to be forced to do anything, period. This isn't Nazi effing Germany, where they say, step into the effing shower. The pills won't hurt you. What the F, end quote. You see the difference in those two, what he said in between the two different interviews?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that would have been the difference if we had a studio as opposed to here.
That is the
Same
exact,
thing.
Yeah.
Same point, just a little bit more flowery.
Yeah. A little bit more forceful.
Yeah. Nobody knows what the long-term side effects could possibly be. Nobody. And anybody who says that they do are full of poo. And he did not say poo.
Poo.
He also had a very clear warning for the mayor, quote, it ain't just our guys, it's the sergeants, lieutenants, and captains. This is a united front. It is no longer John Kirsten's big mouth like they like to spin it all the time. This is literally a bomb underneath the membership. Or this is literally lit a bomb under the membership.
Yeah.
And we're not. And what they're going to do when 4,000 or 5,000 coppers say, screw you, I'm staying home, you're not making me get this effing vaccination. Don't pay me, that's fine, we'll see you in court. He noted that the police were not threatening some sort of sick out protest. Instead, it was a reflection of reality in the city that is discussing, quote, putting people on no pay status who refuse to get the shot.
Adam W. Johnson over on the Twitters. New union agreement with Lori Lightfoot. All officers will be vaccinated, but the mayor will no longer be able to say that officers are killing innocent people, ever.
That would be nice, except for
That's not happening.
happening.
Yeah.
Because
Beetlejuice is definitely going to say whatever she wants to say.
that's her whole stick.
Yeah.
Like, what else is she going to do?
She's got nothing nothing at all. She has nothing else to blame except for police officers.
Yeah.
Because we already know about all the rest of it. That's reality. But why would you ever focus on the reality when you can just blame the cops for everything?
Yeah, I kind of have. I don't know if I want to do it from the angle of the way it's written, or if I want to make it into a small video, or what. But I have something.
What you want to do?
That I'm gonna show you during the break.
Oh, okay.
That I've decided that is going to get done. Excuse me, beg your pardon.
Oh wow, Jiminy Cricket. Okay.
Like, who's on first?
Yeah.
I want to do this, and I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to make it as a separate video. I don't know how we're going to make this work, but this is pretty much where it's at because, again, now that it's quote unquote cleared by the FDA, they're going to suddenly mandate this thing. They're going to mandate forcing people to get a vaccination for a disease that has a 97 to 99% mortality or recovery rate. That even once you get the said vaccine, you still at risk to get it. You still have to wear a mask when you do it. You still have to stay far from everybody, a distance from everybody. Life doesn't change. You just now happen to have been injected with some kind of weird serum concoction thing.
Super serum.
Something. It sure as hell ain't that.
Too bad.
I know.
That'd be really nice.
It's just not. It's not going to go well, and I'm at this point where, like, a lot of people are going to, and granted, these people at least have the union. This is the one time I'm going to say that in this particular instance, the union might save these guys' jobs, because the union is all set up. They're going to fight this sucker all the way to the end, and they'll win. That's the key. This is the only time the union is going to come in handy as being able to stop them. But eventually, like they said, there'll be some kind of stupid agreement, some kind of trade-off.
Yeah.
and they'll all still end up getting it anyway.
Of course.
Because that's just how it's going to go.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all of this.
It's a long, drawn-out process here.
For nothing. It's asinine. It's just asinine. What? What did you do?
It randomly, like... Done. Good. Okay, get that off the way.
What do you think?
I think it'll work. It'll work. We just have to put in the time to do it.
No, I know.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I stole that from my sister, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know where she got it, but I stole it from her.
Well, let's do it.
I know. I just...
Ever notice how real Ron Phillips announcing the views and opinions of etc. always play during DOA show? I'm not sure it's a coincidence.
Yeah, I know it's not a coincidence.
It's okay. We understand. It's no problem. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, here we go. Oh, goodness. Amtrak over there. Oh, I just can't wait for vaccines.
Kinsey, I hate you right now.
I don't think he meant it for that, but that's how it came out in my head.
No, that's how it came out in my head too when I saw it, but I was trying to avoid it, and you did it too, and I was like, damn
Sorry.
it has to be.
That's all it is.
You jerk.
This is Defenders Live.
Amtrak on the Twitters. Oh, I just can't wait for vaccines.
No, I can't.
No?
I can't.
No?
I just can't.
You can't? Well, he could.
He obviously did. Bad part is that is going to be stuck in my damn head the rest of the night.
Forever.
Yeah.
That's how this works.
Yep.
It really is. Anyway.
Hold on. Go back real
Oh, wait,
fast.
what are we doing? What?
Illinois governor has reinstated indoor mask requirements starting Monday. All residential care staff are mandated to be vaxxed.
Ooh.
That means my mom's getting ready to be out of a job. That's fantastic.
That's great.
She works at a I don't know how to explain it. They're not quite fully mentally handicapped, but they're at a spot where they can kind of, you know, they can function on their own, but they need supervision kind of thing.
In-house.
Yeah. And that's what she does. She doesn't run it per se, but she's one of the folks that kind of hangs out there and keeps an eye on them and does it. I mean, she does run it, but in a weird way.
Yeah.
So but that's considered healthcare. Dollars to donuts. They're gonna mandate vaccines, and I know my mother.
So
she's gonna drive by with a giant middle finger up. So
one day
she's gonna be out of job soon.
So you're saying she's coming down?
I almost said something I shouldn't have said. It has nothing to do with my mother. That's the thing.
I know what you're
No, she's not going to come down here because she's not going to leave my sisters.
Oh, that's okay then.
Because my sisters they're not moving, and she's not leaving.
So
them.
she won't. Okay, so since the 10th, it's been a lot of stuff going on. Like there's
since
been
August 10th.
August 10th, there's been a ton of stuff in the news, and we've missed a few things.
Have we?
Yeah.
Have we?
We have, because they haven't been actually pushed out in the media.
You mean this might be the stuff going on while everyone's talking about Afghanistan and our infighting and stuff?
This is the invisible hand.
This is the other hand.
Yeah, doing the things. Watch what here. Don't look behind the screen. This is that. These are amendments and motions and bills
Okay.
that have been going through by the Senate. And some
Okay.
of these are good, but
Okay.
they don't make sense that it would get passed. And some of them are bad.
That don't make sense that they got passed.
Right.
Okay.
Or that didn't pass.
Okay.
Whatever else, okay?
This is what's really going on that nobody's actually talking about. Okay,
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So 69 to 30. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Starting on the 10th here. 69 to 30, right?
Starting on the 10th. Oh, you're going that way. I got you now.
yeah,
I see it.
going
I see it.
up.
I see it.
Yeah, because we can go up,
I got it now.
Yeah. On the passage of the bill, H.R. 3684, as amended, a bill to authorize funds for federal aid highways, highway safety programs, and transit programs, and for other purposes.
But, like,
That's one of those big ones
yeah.
that got passed.
Of course, because it's money.
It's a
put in-
lot of money.
It's a slush fund. That's
A
all
lot
it
of
is.
money,
It's
yeah.
not really going to the highways because.
That got passed because it was a House resolution.
Have you driven lately? It's not.
It's bad. It's not good. Other things that got here. This one was just like literally by the line, 50 to 49. Okay, agreed to because it's a Senate resolution.
Okay.
Okay, a concurrent resolution setting forth the congressional budget for the United States government for fiscal year 2022 and setting forth the appropriations budgetary levels for the fiscal year 23 through 31.
So they basically agreed to the budget.
That hasn't been produced because the House has to do this.
Yeah.
The House has to do the budget, but the Senate's already confirmed it.
Even though that hasn't been put out, which means whatever the hell Congress puts out
Is done.
is
It's
guaranteed-
accepted immediately.
rubber stamped.
Yeah,
Through 2031.
basically.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, not necessarily, but basically. Yeah. Here's one that got my goat.
Okay.
99 to 0.
Okay. That's
Everyone voted yes.
That's called unanimous.
Yeah. Everyone. Everyone voted yes for this. Senate Amendment 3055
Okay.
to prohibit enactment of the Green New Deal.
You mean the thing that got most of these cats were running on in the first place?
To stop the action of the Green New Deal.
So if they're gonna so
They in the positive, 99 in the positive. Yes, let us prohibit the enactment of the Green New Deal.
so that means gas prices should be dropping soon, then, right?
No, because that's all based upon an edict from the.
OPEC. I forgot. Yeah,
No,
we're
no.
beholden to them now.
No, that's all the executive branch edict. Because the reason why all that happened was because he decided that he didn't want to do that stuff in America anymore. Moving right along, here's another one. So agreed to 51-48. So not quite.
Yeah.
You had one Republican jump ship on this one.
Okay.
To establish a reserve fund relating to addressing the crisis of climate change.
Another slush fund.
More money,
So we're going to prohibit enacting the Green New Deal,
but we're going to give more money to.
but we're going to
Climate change.
make a pot that we're going to throw money in that's allegedly going to addressing the crisis of climate change.
Yeah.
Which again is just good weather.
Mm-hmm. You also have a unanimous agreement
Okay.
to protect the owners of generationally owned businesses, farms, and ranches so that they may continue to transfer ownership or operation to family members or others based upon the same tax principles that existed when they began their operation and under which they are currently operating, including the full benefit of the step up in basis.
Okay.
being able to transfer your business, farm, or ranch without penalty.
Because they would turn around and say, oh, well, it's trading hands, so they can double dip and get
Yes,
extra taxes
Right.
and crap like that.
exactly. They're saying we're not going to do that,
Oh, well, that's good.
but only for generationally owned businesses,
Yeah, most of those are very few of those exist
farms,
anymore.
and ranches
Very few of those exist anymore that aren't already subsidized. And
that by the federal government, right?
yeah.
Oh, here's one that got rejected.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Amendment 3317
Okay.
to establish a reserve fund relating to protecting family farms, ranches, and small businesses while ensuring the wealth pay their fair share. That was actually from Cortez.
Wait a second. I'm confused now.
Okay.
I'm a tad confused
Sure.
now.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. What's the
So
question? Yeah.
they
They agreed
to
protect the owners.
generationally owned businesses, farms, and ranches, et cetera, when it passes it around.
Yes.
But they rejected the ability to
create an
establish a
additional reserve fund.
related to protecting family farms, ranches, and small businesses while ensuring the wealthy pay their fair share. What the hell does that mean, and what does one have to do with the other?
Well, most of the people that own generationally owned businesses, farms, and ranches would be still considered, even though it's just a business run, they would be considered personally rich as the wealthy.
But define that. I mean, I know they're going to say that
over
whatever
$100,000 or whatever is what
if that's considered rich, then that means literally the entire stretch of the
Everyone,
upper
yeah.
political party,
everyone in
political
politics.
things is rich,
their fair
and
share.
they're not paying their fair share.
But they're government, so it's different.
How are they not paying their fair share when they get like the gold standard when it comes to medical and everything for the rest of their life? All I have to do is serve one term.
Because they're government.
Oh, but
Yeah.
that's fair, right? Fair share.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But by the way, that was Cortez pushed that.
Screw Cortez.
Yeah. AOC. They also rejected an amendment 3104, to cancel the Biden administration's ban on oil and gas leasing on federal lands to help lower the gas prices and reduce energy dependence and organization of petroleum exporting countries.
That's why the government is buying up land like nobody's business,
so they were
right?
good to get rid
You
of
know
the
that, right?
Yeah, they were good to get rid of the Green New Deal, but they rejected the cancellation of Biden's ban.
Yeah, because nobody wants to. This is the spoiled little kid who has candy or has whatever. He's sitting in a group with everybody else, and he goes and he finds ways to get it from everybody else. That way he can hold on to his own and doesn't dip into his own stuff.
Yep.
Okay? Showing proof right there that they don't give a flying fig about the actual people. Who cares about lowering gas prices?
They don't care about that. Why would they care?
Who cares about being beholden to OPEC?
They don't
Who
care about that.
cares?
Why would they care about that?
We're the government. We're the elite. We don't have that problem. When we ask for a car to carry us where they need to go, it just magically appears with somebody driving it. Doesn't matter how we get there. Doesn't matter anything else. It just happens.
By the way, all of these resolutions are still August 10th. These were all voted on the same day.
Great.
Yeah, here's another one for you. Just think about this. I just a little back up.
Just
here.
let it sink in.
I just want to back up here. They never read these resolutions.
No.
Never.
Some of them do. But
They
not,
get somebody else to read it and give them the cliff notes.
Well, no, I believe there might be one or two that
I believe in a thing called
Actually-
love. Just listen to the rhythm of the heart.
somebody somewhere does read it. At least one person does. I believe it.
Yeah, Rand Paul.
Okay. Then that's still one
guy.
person.
That's one guy.
Still.
He's the one guy that probably reads it.
Okay.
Because he's the one that espouses, like, have you actually read what you put in?
Yeah. And that's what you should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's good. $30.99 Senate amendment to establish a deficit-neutral reserve fund relating to preventing the monitoring and reporting of sensitive American taxpayer information to the IRS by financial institutions and deposits and withdrawals made by an individual or business in savings, checkings, or other accounts of as little as $600. that was rejected. Meaning that they want to spy on you.
They want
for
to make
everything.
sure that they get every little waking dime.
No matter how
dare you.
small the account is.
Yep. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's great.
Even though they can't charge you taxes for $600 or less.
But that's the point. They want to know, because if you have the ability to make that $600,
Split.
but that's what I'm saying. If you're putting $600 into this account, let's say you're a business and I don't know, pressure washing, whatever.
Sure.
And you can make and do make quite a decent living, but you have enough where, oh, in my business I have an account here, and look, it's only $600. And you present that one to everything else. Well, you might have another account off the other side that you're throwing more money into from other, new accounts and other things, but you're keeping it at that 600 level so you don't have to worry about the taxes. This is saying they want to have the ability for all of them to talk and go, okay, here's the spreadsheet. Ta-da! Dylan's pressure washing service. Oh, look, he's got 6 accounts and each one of them are making $600. So that means he's well above his thing. So we need to hit him for taxes plus fines and fees.
Even though he probably has already paid his taxes.
At least once.
Yeah. Amtrak over there. Mike Lee, don't read the little small stuff.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Doubt it.
I mean,
Anyway,
continuing on. They did agree to this one. Senate Amendment 3365.
no, you already did that one.
Did I?
Yep.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
This is different, right?
Oh, no.
This is different.
Yeah.
This is different. To establish a reserve fund relating to protecting the privacy of American taxpayers and small business tax information while only reporting large financial account balances to the IRS. To ensure those that are evading taxes, tax system may pay their fair share. They agreed to that one.
So they definitely want the rich. So ass backwards.
Yeah.
Again, this is all still on the 10th.
All still on the 10th.
How many has that been so far?
It's a lot.
Like 6, 7?
Yeah. Something like that. So I know more than that.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
We're on 9 right now.
We're about to hit 9. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's number 9. Yeah. The 3365 to establish a reserve fund relating to protecting privacy. Yeah. Okay. That was that one. That was 9. Okay. Good.
And number 9.
Number 10. Here's number 10.
Okay.
Yeah. 3105
Coming in at number 10.
on the same day.
On August 10th.
Right. To prohibit the Council of Environmental Quality and the Environmental Protection Agency from promulgating rules or guidances that ban hydraulic fracking in the U.S. To stop them from banning fracking.
Basically.
But that was agreed to.
I-
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, no,
That's okay.
Good, but
It's good because fracking actually gives us more reserves and natural gas, and then also gives us the ability to go deeper after we frack to
pull out the
pull out
crude
the oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did reject this one though, 3077, to establish a deficit neutral reserve fund relating to helping students, particularly students who are low income or minorities or have special needs, that have suffered from school closures, pushed by teacher labor organizations to ignore the science and ensure that all schools should be open for in-person learning 5 days a week.
Wow, you know why that got canceled, right? Why
Yeah,
they
yeah. I
rejected
mean,
it?
the wording by itself was enough to no, it's not going to happen. Also rejected
That's fantastic.
to provide funds available for the Department of Defense to implement the 2018 National Defense Strategy. I don't know what that defense strategy is. I need to look that up now.
The 2018 this is
It's 2021 now.
2021. I think we've passed that.
Yeah, but they want to implement that strategy. Whatever
Oh,
the
thank God.
strategy
It only
was.
took 3 years for them to figure it out. That's
right.
good.
No, but they rejected it.
Oh, they rejected
It
it.
got rejected.
Oh.
So you can't do that. To prevent, this is another rejection. They rejected to prevent changes to the state and local taxes, tax deductions that mainly benefit the wealthy.
Okay.
That was presented by Grassley. Also rejected to establish a reserve fund relating to the increasing the progressivity of the tax code. This is all on the 10th.
We're still on the 10th. We're at number, what, 15 now?
I don't know. I'm still on the 10th, but this comes up to another unanimous agree.
Mm-hmm.
To establish a deficit-neutral reserve fund relating to decreasing federal funding to local jurisdictions that defund the police. Did you catch that? They said, we're cool with taking money away from jurisdictions that defund their police.
Yeah, but
The entire community of leftists were defund the police, defund the police, defund the police.
and now they're
And they just voted, all of them, to defund a community that defunds the police.
wow.
Like, if you stop funding your cops, we're going to stop giving you money as
Pretty
a
much.
federal government.
That's pretty interesting.
That's a bold statement.
That's pretty interesting considering.
Right?
Yeah.
Still on the 10th. I'm going to pass this one, but I'm going to go here. Agree to 86.
Oh, no.
What?
Why?
Okay, fine. I'll keep going then. 5346 agreed. Yeah, that was what we just did.
No, we didn't.
No?
Nope.
Oh, that's right. We didn't. I missed that one. So 99-0, another unanimous.
Mm-hmm. Of course, this one's unanimous.
Yeah. To establish a reserve fund relating
Hold
to...
on. Pause. Just for a second.
Yeah.
Read that again.
To establish a reserve fund...
A reserve fund. Read the one previous before the one we just did a second ago. Beginning.
Yeah. To establish a deficit-neutral reserve fund.
Deficit neutral.
Yeah.
All these have been deficit neutral. This one is just a regular reserve fund.
It's regular.
Why? Listen. Keep going.
To establish a reserve fund relating to honoring the United States Capitol Police, the D.C. Metropolitan Police, and all first responders.
Uh-huh.
All the ones that fought and died protecting Congress on January 6th.
I have a question.
Question?
How many first responders died on January 6th? Like, first responders. They're talking about...
Are you talking about the actual guards?
attack on the Capitol.
Are you talking about the guards?
No. I'm talking... that's not what the guards are. That's not what they're talking about.
Okay, because none.
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 How many military police? Or metropolitan police?
None.
None. How many Capitol police?
One?
One, maybe.
One? I think one.
I think-
No,
I don't
no. Wait. Did a Capitol... Did anybody...
I want to
like-
say one of them did.
Yeah, okay, maybe
I want to say one of them did, but it
had
ended
to
up
be
being a
one.
heart attack or something. I think it
Like
was.
something. Yeah, it wasn't.
Because there was
it
only like 6 people that died.
Yeah, and the ones that died were the stupid ones that tried to attack the police.
Yes. So they want a reserve fund, not a deficit neutral fund. They literally want to just dump money into something
Yeah,
to honor basically giving all these people money
something that doesn't make any sense.
who fought, and it's the best part, who fought and died protecting Congress and the United States Capitol on January 6th.
Nobody
died.
Only one guy. Like, you can give that guy some money. That's fine.
Yeah,
But you don't need an amendment for that.
You don't need Congress's unanimous vote.
Amy
to say
Klobuchar.
Yes. Slap
Wrong
her
with you.
upside the head.
Klobuchar.
That one chaps my.
Oh, here's another deficit neutral one.
See? Because anything related to them, to the Capitol, to DC is always going to be a reserve. Anything else
It
is
goes
going to
on-
be deficit neutral.
It's going on and on and on and on. Okay, and the one
We're still in August 10th.
we're still
This
in August 10th. This is all August 10th.
You know what? They
They didn't even read these bills.
There's no way they
All
could've.
they did was say, "Here's my bill. I'm presenting it. Here's the title. Do you want it or not?
Yep.
Here's the title of the bill. Let's vote." They didn't actually read it. There's nothing in these bills that actually said that they would have read it or could have read it in that amount of time.
Yeah. And some of this stuff, as we mentioned before, is literally just political speech from both sides trying to turn around and cause issues.
Yeah.
Going back to the one that had to do with like, hey, we want to come up with a fund or whatever to help the lower income families and minorities who've turned around and have actually suffered
That
a
one
lot.
got that one got rejected.
That got rejected, and all because of the way the wording was.
Yeah.
Both sides
word thing.
We're playing that game on purpose.
Yeah, it's just word.
The right was throwing it out there going, see, by doing this, you turn around and don't care about the minorities and the children. And then the left is going, well, they don't believe in science and this. It was intentionally meant to fail. That's not what these people are hired to do.
But they're willing to give tax credits and government subsidies to people that buy, electric cars.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then make sure that people that buy really expensive cars don't get those. Another unanimous vote on the 10th to establish a deficit-neutral reserve fund
Okay.
relating to preventing terrorist actions against the United States and its allies, and to ensure that the United States tax dollars do not benefit terrorist organizations such as Hamas or the Palestinian Islamic Jihad.
How do you do that?
You don't. You can't.
Not necessarily. Not really.
Can't. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Because we just gave them a ton of money.
Yeah, we kind of did.
That was August 10th.
Yeah.
A week and a half later, we pulled out and we gave hundreds of millions of dollars to
Well, hold
terrorist
on.
organizations as far as...
Yeah. But it wasn't Hamas or...
It was
Palestine.
a terrorist organization, though.
No, it's true, but I'm saying they listed it specifically Hamas or
But
Palestinian.
it's a such as...
I know it says such as, but
Yeah.
they're not going to pay attention to that. They're going to
Senator
say, well, we
Scott.
said Hamas and Palestinian Islamic
You
Jihad.
didn't say the Talibans.
Yeah, exactly. Therefore, it's completely different.
You didn't say the Talibans.
Yep.
Anyway, 98-1.
So one person said nay.
Yes.
Okay.
98-1 agreed to on this one to prevent tax increases that would violate President Biden's repeated promises to not impose a single penny in tax increases on people making less than $400,000 a year.
So one person said, nah, screw it. We're going to turn around and charge them taxes anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Since Biden said yes, since Biden said he wasn't going to charge taxes, we're not going to charge any more taxes.
This is incredible. How much? Keep going.
Here you go,
Just,
here you
scroll, just real fast. Just scroll up a little bit.
Okay. It goes.
We're almost done.
We're almost to the.
Okay,
We're
no,
almost
no.
past the 10th here.
Okay.
All right.
We're looking at 40 different ones.
Yeah,
Close
yeah,
to
yeah.
40
Yeah. Anyway.
in one day.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. So here's one. This is the last one that's really close to unanimous. 90-9
Okay.
agreed to establish a deficit neutral reserve fund related to prohibiting renewable energy projects receiving federal funds and subsidies from purchasing materials, technology, and critical minerals produced in China.
Why do you need a fund for that? I don't understand that
Why
part.
can't a law just be enough?
No, but I'm saying all these, if you look at them, like almost all of them.
Create a fund.
We're creating funds. We're creating funds. We're creating funds. We're creating funds. We're creating funds.
Just spending money left and right.
Like, yeah, money is not going to stop that. You could just come up with a law that says, hey, guys, you know what? We're going to keep it where we're going to prohibit any type of materials or technology or critical minerals from China. We're not buying them.
We're not doing it.
Here's the law. We've all signed it. So saith us. Huzzah.
Yep.
Oh, that one's fantastic. Read that one.
What, this one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Agreed to 85-13. And this will be the last one for this stuff. To establish a reserve fund
Uh-huh.
related to the Great Lakes ice breaking operation improvement.
Because, so many people.
Need to break the ice.
I mean, it's the Great Lakes. I was in the Navy when boot camp was about a mile and a half through the woods from the lake.
Yeah.
It got cold in the wintertime. Okay? I mean, people don't use the lakes and stuff like they used to anymore. Like, they'll hang out, and that's about it. To my knowledge, there's nothing out there that's like life and death, if they quit doing it, if the ice didn't break up. It's a lake, for God's sake.
Yeah. If you don't believe us with all this stuff, and I mean, this is just listed. These are just listed, okay? Yeah. This is from the United States Senate Office, Legislation and Records. You can go look it up.
cop.senate.gov. Look it up.
Look it up. Go look at the votes section and dive in, because they're passing a ton of stuff, and we have no clue.
Yeah.
The last thing the last time they did a vote was August 11th.
They also went on vacation.
They went on vacation after August 11th. That's why they passed all of this legislation to cut through.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, man. That's how it is. Oh, and by the way,
This is the stuff, by the way, that makes it important. If you read this, you're going to hopefully will spur you on to pay attention and do your own due diligence from the local level.
hopefully one day.
No, hopefully this time, because this is the stuff that they just kind of throw up there.
Yeah.
Because you guys have got to do your job.
Yeah.
Let
Your job
hire
is
the
to be
right people.
informed.
Get the right people in there.
Be
And in the
informed.
meantime, go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That is AmericanPrideRoasters.com for historically great coffee.
It is delicious.
Guaranteed to make you swallow every single time that you put it into your mouth. Look, the world is going to hell, but the least you can do is have something nice, warm, and flavorful in your cup.
You can even drink it cold. It's okay.
You can. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to Mojo50.com. Check out the other awesome hosts and shows over there, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Liberty Talk Radio. Mojo50.com. Also on iHeartRadio under the Mojo50 Radio banner. Go to our website, DOAEshow.com. Follow us on all the social medias. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.